Breaking news now on Capitol Hill as House Republicans have passed an emergency funding bill for Israel tonight, providing $14 billion in aid. But it does face opposition from the White House and Senate leaders who also wanted billions in aid for Ukraine in this bill. CBS's Nancy Cordes is at the White House, where the president is under pressure as the humanitarian crisis in Gaza worsens.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken left Washington for his third visit to Israel in 3 weeks. Before departing, he said his main focus would be on ways to better protect Palestinian civilians.
How Israel does this matters.
That's about as close as U.S. officials will get to publicly criticizing a key ally over civilian deaths. President Biden will only say that Israel needs to abide by international law.
That suggests that he thinks that Israel isn't following international law, doesn't it?
No. We've been saying it since the very beginning, Nancy, that we want to see our good friend and partner abide by our shared commitments.
But with pressure mounting to slow the death toll, President Biden did tell donors at a fundraiser in Minnesota last night, quote, "I think we need a pause to give time to get the prisoners out." With two major allies now at war, the White House is asking Congress for $14 billion in emergency funding for Israel, $61 billion for Ukraine, and $9 billion for humanitarian assistance. But the bill proposed by the new Republican Speaker, Mike Johnson, strips out the humanitarian and Ukraine funding and cuts $14 billion from the IRS.
And that was the easiest and largest pile of money that's sitting there for us to be able to pay for this immediate obligation.
The Congressional Budget Office projected this week that shrinking the IRS would actually add to the deficit.
This is Republicans playing politics with aid to Israel.
That bill may have just passed the House a short time ago, but the White House has threatened a veto, and the bill has been declared dead on arrival in the Senate, where many Democrats and many Republicans want to send funding to both Israel and Ukraine right away. How they'll get there, Norah, is very unclear right now.
All right, Nancy, with all those important updates from the White House, thank you.